Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Please excuse me while I also keep Winston a little bit busy at the same time because he's not done yet. He has a lot of stamina lately, so if you hear him jumping or something, it's all good. I'm doing it on purpose. How are we doing? Hello, everyone. Let's see. Hi, Gnarly. How are you feeling? Where are you? How's the weather over there? I hope it's not too dark. I am planning on installing in putting another light up on the fridge, but I didn't have time. I had to make it cozy on the other side of the room first this morning. I've been quite busy actually. I don't know about you. Hello, Eagle. Oh, I thought a pause stream, but then saw the candle flickering. Afternoon. Hello. Yeah, no, I kind of give everyone a moment to get in and get settled. I brush my teeth because oh, I know this is weird, but I feel like if I don't brush my teeth before stream, even if I've already brushed my teeth in the morning, that that you can see or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's probably OCD. Hello, Evie. How are you doing? How has your week been? Hi, chemist. 40. Rita? Hey, girl. How are you doing? How did it go? Tell me, tell me. I want to know. I probably shouldn't have made coffee. I tend to forget that I stream in the afternoon on Sundays. Not as in that I have to start later, but that my routine should be different, and I shouldn't make a third pot of coffee because that's what I do before the weekday streams. I make a new pot of coffee, so I'm prepared. So yeah, but I have to drink it now. So excuse me if I'm also a bit hyper. I'm trying. There's puppies everywhere. Have you noticed? There's puppies everywhere. I have seen 4 this morning alone. It's torture. Tough one all around, but I'm focusing really hard on small things like good coffee and my favorite perfume and good books. Yes, I tend to spray a little bit of perfume or like a body spray every day as well. It's just nice. Hi, Milk. How are you doing? Ah, oh, wait. In the hospital? What's happening? Do you want to tell? If not, that's okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good, right? I am sending him all my love and cuddles, all right? Oh, you're back home. Okay, I was out for, I think, an hour. That's a good amount of time. The bench wasn't comfortable. Benches aren't made comfortable these days, are they? I've heard that they make them uncomfortable on purpose. So, homeless, well, that's not really a nice way to put it, right? People who have been unfortunate and don't have a roof over their head at the moment don't sleep on them. It's very cruel. I wasn't even seeing those ones incredible. Well, you went out, and that's good, right? You had some fresh air. Hello, pizza. Well, it's not. I don't think it's either. I think it's a nightmare. I think we've officially entered hell. Well, we probably did a while back, but it's just now starting to become clear that no, really, that this is hell, and we should probably do something about it. I just don't know what. Scar spun during qualifying and it's flipped. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is he like hurt physically? Because mentally this must be devastating. I'm so sorry. How are you holding up yourself, Rita? Because that must have been scary. Hello, Oct 12,000. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Yeah. Hey Noche, thank you so much for the lovely comment. I haven't replied yet. I am going to. I am going to. Don't you worry. I've been a bit busy this week. I've been at the store, and well, resting a lot because the last endometriosis episode was a bit heavy, and then I got one at the store, which was unfortunate because I was in denial, so I took my painkillers a little bit too late. But the good thing that came out of that was that I was in pain, but I take my hot water bottle with me, just in case. And I was sitting with it on my belly and just kind of like this at the desk, like I'm okay, I'm fine, this is good, this is all fine. And this lady sat down to talk with me when I told her what it was. I said it's endometriosis, and we got into this whole conversation about how her mother and her grandmother before her had it, and how hard it was for them to be taken seriously, and how it's still very hard. And she gave me some tips, and it was quite lovely actually. So there's no silver lining around the episode. I'm doing a little bit better now, but it's just a bit of a wobbly month, which happens every once in a while. Did I say good morning, chemist? I'm not sure. Or good afternoon. I'm sorry. I was there. It was hard. Forty told me to see if you were streaming to find comfort. Yeah. Well, good thing you're here. We're gonna have a little chat. We're gonna try to make it cozy, and maybe I can think of something to I don't know, because you can't make it better, but maybe we can think of something that you could maybe organize, or I don't know. Maybe we can do something all together. Let's think about it. Do you have support, Rita? Is there somehow something that you can turn to in a case like this? Surely there is something. In the UK, they make them in a slant so you can lie down on them. Yeah, and they put armrests in the middle of them on benches, supposedly for comfort to sit, but really it's just to make sure that people who don't have a roof over their head don't sleep on benches. I don't get it. Life keeps throwing curveballs at me. 2025 was just shitty as last year. We're all collectively in hell together. It's it's curious. I think Evie. Mostly internal damage. Oh gosh, does he need to stay in hospital? Right. Yes, we're all thinking of 40, and we're all hoping that he'll just hang in there, because this is getting better is going to take a little while, but we're here in the moment, and we're keeping him in our thoughts, and we're keeping you in our thoughts. Make sure you take care of yourself as well. Maybe my go-to is always ice cream. I don't know, or a milkshake, but make sure you do something for yourself as well. Don't forget. Okay, you're not done? See, I don't know what to do with you today. Hello, Biscuit Baby. How are you doing? Welcome in. How's the baby doing? Yeah, I called my parents. Okay, good. Good, Rita. Yeah. And mostly it's just kind of writing it out, isn't it? Yeah, the time sucks, but I don't know. I do kind of feel like that him already having made the decision to diversify, basically, will probably help him out. But I right now it's important to stay here in the moment. He was admitted to hospital yesterday. Did scans, nothing lethal, but a lot of injuries he's been harboring. Yeah. Well, just because it's not lethal doesn't mean that it hits extremely hard. You know, in your heart, in your soul, and that can be just as devastating as a physical injury. I always try to keep that in mind. Hello, Reckless. Thank you for the follow. Welcome back. And hello, Malty. How are you doing? And Biscuit Baby as well. Thank you for the follows, everyone. I hope you're having a good day and that you're being gentle with yourself. Yes. See, we're all keeping 40 in mind. And whatever he's feeling and whatever you're feeling right now, it's all valid. It's all okay. There is no norm. There is nothing you should or shouldn't be feeling. And there is absolutely no time limit on this period of time. I hope you remember that. Wait, you're not reckless? I don't know. Maybe you were not reckless. I thought you were someone else, I think. I don't know. Hello, I'm sorry. Might have a tough week, but in hospital I spent all the time waiting, chatting to the woman sat next to me, and she was lovely. I had a wonderful doctor, ordered a car for her, and I'm going to take her flowers. Although it's been shit, I'm pulling out the good parts. Yeah, and that's so brave, Evie, because it's hard. It's hard to stay open to good things and to remain positive in a sense, even if it doesn't feel like it. You're laying down after a full bowl of curry. That sounds like a good idea. I haven't had a curry in a long time. I should probably do that. Make one. What kind of curry did you have? So are you home again, Evie? Or can I please pay attention to chat a little bit? Or are you going to be annoying? You want to come say hi? Show your face? I'm sure some people want to see you. We've had a walk this morning. We saw some dogs, and then a neighbor scared him. We had fireworks at 6 a.m. this morning, which was great. Straight up, how are you doing? Yes, Winston. Winston is, let me see if I can put it down, because I kind of want to pay attention to chat. But every time I reel in because it's, you can reel it in. He's like, no, I wasn't done. But you are, all right? We'll play a little bit more later. Hopefully he'll leave it alone. I don't think he will. See? Oh, don't stand on the Mac. Please don't do that. Can you not? Look, say hello. My baby bean. No. Now what? Go there. Go play with one of your tennis balls. I got him tennis balls. He likes to play with tennis balls. I think Toulouse is finally catching up on his moods, and I feel like they're ganging up on me this week. But maybe that's just me. Right, how did it go with the flowers? Didn't you order flowers or something? Or am I remembering wrongly? I had a lot of nightmares last night, so my brain is a little bit confused. I don't dream a lot, and nightmares are are not really a thing either. Please, Winnie. No, we played a lot. Can you leave it alone? Do you want the thingy? I can just give you the thingy, and we can play fetch. That would be a little bit less distracting. Look. You. Hi, Danish. Should I hang the fish catching, or should I say a thing on the chair so he can keep grabbing it? Well, the chances are that he'll break it if I do that. I already broke one like that, so it doesn't work. I also had one that I could just stick on the fridge, but I lost that one, and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where I bought it. There's nothing here anymore. See? I got it off. See? Hi, Justice. Your dog loyalty is being bested. What do you mean? Don't bite that. Oh, gosh. Let me go home and have to go back if anything gets worse. Did they give you any parameters of what that meant? Japanese curry? I don't think I've ever had that. Wait, let me look it up in a second. He brings flowers to the track every time he comes to Brain. Ah, all right. Hello, Silly One Team. Greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? And Milagoi? I'm not sure I pronounced that right. Please help me out if I butchered your name and let me know how to say it. Oh no! Oh no! I am just going to shortcut and say fruit. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are we doing? How has your Sunday been so far? Is anybody reading anything this week? I've been struggling through June, the second book. Oh, I really haven't enjoyed it as much. I'm still, where am I? I'm almost done with the first book of June. I haven't been able to read a lot this month. Well, actually, this year has been a bit. But I am going to go follow it up with Goddess. Remember Goddess? We talked about Goddess last week. Maybe that's something you could read, Evie? About the French woman who dueled men and saved herself from burning at the stake by singing opera. I can give a link if you want. In which case I'll put it in Discord because then it won't get lost. Why are you struggling with the second book of June? I am enjoying the first one. It's a bit confusing. Now I'm nearing the end. And I have questions, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe they'll get answered by the end. We'll see. Oh, he bought you flowers as well. Oh, 40 is such a sweetheart. I think I told you about him and his friend. Yeah, you did, right? Oh, you did, yeah. If I tried to chew on the wire in the past, he's bitten clean through it. Oh no! Oh no! I mean, Winston tends to eat my books when he doesn't get my attention, so I have to hide. I have to hide the books that I read in bed because otherwise, he has already chewed up some like bookmarks and stuff. I don't know. He's either a tiger or a dog in disguise because I have been walking him twice a day. He's a cat. He's not supposed to be going on walks. Everyone in the neighborhood is so confused. Everyone is just confused. Hope you're doing well on this sunny day. Well, it is sunny, and that's not my favorite Danish, but I have as much darkness as I can afford as I'm streaming, and I made it a bit cozy. So I'm doing okay. What about you, Danish? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the resub, Blue. Hello, Jerry. This is a nice, comfortable place to be. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You make it comfortable. Don't forget. It's not just me. It's all of you together. Symbiotic, right, is the word. I need to prepare. Oh no, Reckless has questions. Oh no. Am I being quizzed? Did I forget to do my homework? Oh. They just said if I get sudden blinding pain to go back as the masses may have twisted or burst. Haha, yeah. So basically nothing is preventative. They only act when the worst happens, but I'm just taking things real slowly. I'm going to try to remember to share on Discord a reel I saw of, I think the show, it's a British show called Waterloo Road, I think. Have you heard of it? Anyone who is living in the UK or from the UK? And apparently there's a storyline of a young girl who has endometriosis, and I saw a cut of it, of all her scenes, and it's very confronting, but also kind of affirmative. If you're a woman and in this kind of pain, it doesn't even have to be endometriosis, because it's basically just how women are treated when we have a pain like this. Are you stuck? He fell between the cabinet and the window. But I think he's just doing it for attention, so I'm just going to ignore it. 5 months, Blue. Gosh. Time is flying by. My reading this month hasn't been the best. Well, we shouldn't be comparing to anything. As long as we read, That's good, right? And even if you get into a slump, that's fine too. It happens. Sometimes you just have a slump, and you need to find a book that will bring you back into reading again. I'm also looking at The Girl in the Tower, the second book of a series. I think the first one was The Bear and the Nightingale. I really love that one. But I first have to finish Dune. What am I listening to? I'm also listening to a book about Viking history, Children of Ash and Elm, which is very, very interesting because apparently we have it. We're not very educated when it comes to Vikings. If all we know is from shows like Vikings, just the bit about the Valkyries was very enlightening, I have to say. I want to read that too. She sounds amazing. Right, chemist? Hold on. Let me give you the link to Goddess for anyone. I'll put it in chat, and I'll put it in the book section of Discord as well. It is not written as a biography. It's kind of written as a story, but it is all made up of facts about her. Be careful, baby. So this is the next biography I want to read. But I have to finish Dune and I have to finish LA. I am struggling with that, but I will persevere. Oh no, there's gonna be ads. I just started streaming. What do you mean? Have the ads gotten worse again on Twitch? Winston is breaking down the house. All right, let me put it in the book section as well. Here we go. Oh, Evie, thank you so much for the interview with the author of Why We Sleep. Unfortunately, this was also the week that Toulouse decided to sleep full on in my neck and on my chest. And I am not very big, and compared to me, she is a bit of a big girl, and I can't breathe when she's on my chest. And because I'm also a little bit of an idiot, instead of just moving her when every time she woke me up this week because I couldn't breathe, I would try to not wake her up and be as careful as possible by moving her away. And so instead, I didn't get any sleep, and she did. So yeah, but I feel like he updated some of his views. I read the book when it came out way back. I think it's been out for a decade now, Why We Sleep. If you haven't listened to the interview, I do recommend it. He does give a lot of advice. And just so you know, he is not against coffee. Actually, he's pro coffee. So, but I am drinking it too late. I should have stopped drinking coffee at like noon, but here we are. So in case you want a reminder, I also want to tell about Goddess if you want. There's a good reason the book is called Goddess. Goddess. Love book one, but the second one is just hard to get into for me. I'm not sure why. It's a completely different vibe. Interesting. Do you think, because maybe I read that Dune was originally, like a lot of bigger books, was originally serialized. I'm not sure where it was published, but it wasn't published as a book as it is now until 65, and he started publishing it in parts in 63. Can I talk about? No, I don't know. I'll spoiler. Is it bad if I spoiler? I mean, I also haven't seen the movie. I do plan on watching the movie because I'm very interested in what they've done. I might even also watch the David Lynch movie, not just the new one. But I did some research on some of the subjects that have come up, like there seems to be a gay character, and let me think. in America, and Frank Herbert was American naturally. Well, not naturally. He was American. As far as I understand, it was illegal to be gay, technically, until '88. So I already felt like he was ahead of his time in lots of ways. Reading Dune feels like I'm reading something contemporary, which is fascinating. I really wasn't expecting it to be this thought-provoking, much like another book we talked about last week, but let's not get into that one. But that as well is, he took a lot of risks, didn't he, Herbert? Winston smart, immediately figures out her most important obsession, starts messing with him. Straight up, you have no idea. Yes, and the absolute chaos gremlins. Thing is, I think it's my own fault. I am chaos, so they just adjust to me. It's my own fault. I know. And luckily, I knew what I was getting into. I got a orange kitten on purpose, so it's my own fault. It's not his fault. Hi, Wisdom. How are you doing? Where am I from? I am from the Netherlands, Malta. Yep. Reckless had a dream. Me too, man. Me too. I had a lot of them. Well, I had nightmares. Actually, I had quite a few of them. Don't know. I don't know. I think it's because it's summer. Summer is really a threat to me. I don't like it. Heard of it, but never seen it. Although I do kind of know what of the actors that was in it. Same, Kim is, and I do feel like they did a good job with casting. I'm just a little bit disappointed in the ages of the actors because there's such a discrepancy between. Well, I don't know. Maybe they aged him up in Dune. Does anyone know how old the protagonist is in the movie? Because in the book he starts out being like 15. Overwhelming gratitude to one doctor who validated me and made me feel heard. That should be the standard. It should be. I talked about that with the lady at the store as well. I think we talked for an hour. And I forgot to mention, I was in so much pain. I took the painkillers too late. I should have just taken them the moment I felt like a twinge, but I thought I could manage. I couldn't. So I was in pain, and then customers came in, and this random lady just started helping the customers for me. She said, "No, you sit down. You're not allowed to stand. You're in pain." Because she knew like the trouble that we as women have to go through to be validated. And she was, with love, angry at me that I still got up and still helped people with carrying stuff. And it was so sweet. It was such a good experience. And we're going to have tea this week, coming week. So I don't know. I guess I made a new friend. Hi, Hog. What are we doing today? Today we're just going to chat. Sundays are just for chats. We talk about what's going on. And today, especially, we are sending a lot of love and all our prayers to Raida and Forty, because they're going through a little bit of a hard time right now. Forty had an accident. So if there's anything you can do for me and for Raida and Forty, it's just to keep them in your thoughts. I would love that if you could do that for Raida and for Forty and for their kid. And for me, because I care. I care. Oh God, I wish I could do something. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Well, how was your week? Vikings are from Denmark, so over 80% of them went on to become the world's finest accountants. The other 20% are still drunk in England. Is that so, Wisdom? I don't think that's what the book is saying. I'm not sure. I haven't listened in the last 2-3 days because I was very tired. And I couldn't focus. I was also listening to this book about Hades and what's her name? I am so Persephone? What is it? No, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I have been listening to the last third of that book the entire week, and it just won't stick. I keep forgetting what's happening. So I'm struggling a little bit. I was at a hotel with. Is this your dream, Reckless? I was at a hotel with a friend, with friends. I blinked in the middle of the ocean. 4 tsunamis. Even a dumbass like me knows. You said I woke up. Oh gosh, what does it mean? Four tsunamis? Wait, did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. I don't know. Please, if I miss something important, say it again, so I can give you the attention that you deserve. I'm reading a novel about Boudica and the uprising she led against the Romans in Britain. One thing that got me disgusted is the author wrote about having roasted potatoes at a feast. One thing that got me disgusted is the author wrote about having roasted potatoes at a feast. Am I just not understanding what you're saying, or were you disgusted by roasted potatoes? Blue, what's happening? Wait, what? You don't like roasted potatoes? Huck is drinking coffee at 5 p.m. That's not advisable, Huck. I mean, I can't say anything today because I'm also kind of breaking the rules by drinking coffee past 12, well, afternoon, after noon. There's a comma in there. Um, but why? Wait, was it you at night shift? Because then it makes sense. Vals Luder, hello. Sci-Fi magazine was first published. I figured I just don't know the name anymore. I just know that it was serialized, like a lot of stories back then were serialized, and then they would be bound together in a book. Oh, oh, the second one is seeing a very different side. I read the potato one. I'm coming back to that, Blue. Okay. Abby is saying the second one is seeing a very different side to the characters, and it's 12 years after book one, so it's just different. I don't hate it. I think it's just the wrong time, as my brain power isn't really there at the moment, I think. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's like you're saying. Maybe it's just, maybe you need to just put it to the side, and it's just not the time. I have had many a book that I couldn't get into, and I would force myself through, and I hated it. And then a few years later, I would get just the desire to pick it back up, and it would make sense. And there are also a few books that I feel like you could read over and over again in different stages of your life, and you'll get different lessons from it. Much like, I don't know, watching Gilmore Girls and realizing that you grow attached to different characters. So maybe it's just not the time, and that's okay. I mean, you're allowed to just wait and put a book aside. Just because I force myself through books like ballet doesn't mean you have to do the same. Don't be like me. You can't deny life. I hope so, Reckless. You need to read Invisible Man. I feel like that is already on my list. It's not. Do you want to add it to the book club, Reckless? Because we could also put it in the book club box. If so, could you submit it through channel points? All right, wait. Potatoes were not in Europe in the first century. They were not brought over from the Americas until 1400 years later. I didn't know that, Blue. Really? How do you know this? Why do you know this? I love potatoes. Potatoes are great. You can make anything with them. You can fry them. You can make them into like a bun. You can mash potatoes with a lot of butter. Oh, great. I'm not eating mashed potatoes. I'm eating rice tonight. Let's stop talking about potatoes. No, I want to know. What do you know about the history of potatoes? Let me know. My male friend with a visible issue was seen to and dealt with so fast. There's a huge issue, yeah. Yeah. There's still a discrepancy. And honestly, I I'm on painkillers for my endometriosis, so my pain, and having endometriosis means that my pain threshold is a lot higher, and I do say this to doctors if I have to go to the doctor with a pain related complaint, and they just don't care. They just don't care. So my advice, if you're a woman and you have a complaint, be dramatic, yell, scream, exaggerate, because otherwise they won't listen. And it's sad, but it's true. Be dramatic, Evie, because it's better to be safe than sorry. And especially in the UK, it's like free healthcare, right? It's not like, unless you go private. My experience is if you don't make enough sound, as in if you don't verbally let them know that you're in pain, they're just not going to believe you. Netherlands soccer teams wins me many bets. Is that so reckless? Oh, are you saying this because I'm reading Ballet? Ballet is a book club book that was submitted by someone, and I'm not really enjoying myself. That's not because I don't like soccer. I loved to play soccer when I was younger, but this book is not doing it for me. Yeah. So straight up, I talked to an older lady. I think she was probably in her. No, I don't wanna assume her age, but she was older than me, and she talked about when I said when I explained to her why I was sitting with a hot water bottle at the store where I volunteer. I told her, well, I have an endometriosis, so, and then she kind of immediately sat down and started to talk about how her mother. So she was older than me. I think at least 10 years older than me, and I'm 33. And her grandmother were never taken seriously. Never. Astounding magazine. I believe you. I believe you, Luther. Is it still around, you think? The magazine that June was first published in? My first instinct was to run, but the waves crashing, I just wanted a sublime death. I woke up with at a shore being blinded by light. I always try to look up what dreams mean, even if I mean, you don't have to believe in it, but I'm curious. So have you tried looking it up? The main points of your dream, what it could mean. Hello, Ellie. How are you doing? I was reading a great zombie book series, but sadly had to quit reading it as the author made the 30-year-old male MC fall in love with the sexy. Oh no, that's unfortunate, Ali. What was the series? Has anyone read the zombification of Pride and Prejudice? I resisted reading that for the longest of times because I was a silly little teenager. And a bit how do you say, a little bit of a snob, really, because I didn't get an education in literature, and I had to do it myself, and I was very proud of the books that I read on my own, not being a native English speaker and reading like Dostoevsky and Austen and stuff. So I didn't want to read about Jane Austen and zombies. If you haven't, they're so much fun. They're a lot of fun. Oh, I missed your first. Wait, I took my daughter to see a castle in Lancaster yesterday. She loved it. I love going on mini adventures. Mini adventures are the best. Thankfully, I've learned the lessons of the past. Yesterday, my body told me enough. I'm tired. Go home. And I listened. So today, I'm only slightly sore. Good, Ali. It's a process. It's a process. Sometimes you do good, and sometimes you push a little too far. I did that last week, for example. That's why the streams weren't all completed to my satisfaction. But this week I'll do better. Nothing wrong with roasted potatoes, come on. I mean, Samwise Gamgee knows best, right? Did you know there's actually a man out there, or there used to be, I don't know if he's still alive, who was named, whose name was slash is Samwise Gamgee, and he wrote to Tolkien, and Tolkien replied, I don't know the specifics. This is my problem. I know surface level deep things about a lot of things, but I don't know a lot of details. Google is my best friend. Coffee after 11 a.m. There's such a thing. I could hear a voice in my head. Why, you anarchist, you! I shall report you to the ombudsman, who will have you probably thrashed. This one. What the hell, wisdom? I am actually considering getting decaf though, because I love coffee. And coffee on its own has antioxidants, and that's good, but the caffeine isn't necessarily good. But it's hard to accept. Boudica uprising took place in the 1st century AD, or CE if you prefer. I'm not entirely certain I know what those mean, but I guess I know what they mean. Oh no! I'm being skipped to the bottom of chat. Potatoes did not make it to Europe until around 1500. They originated in South America and were brought over to Europe after the Europeans got there. That's so interesting. I thought they were. I don't know what I thought. I kind of felt like potatoes were universal, like that they grew everywhere, but I guess they don't. I did my scan and found a new issue. I cannot tell you how relieved I was. They would actually do something to be about. Yeah, the mental struggle you have when you're not being taken seriously by someone who's supposed to treat you is sometimes just as bad as the pain you're experiencing, don't you think, Abby? I need to be more dramatic. I tend to play it down in my very British way. Yeah, no, be dramatic. Be dramatic. Scream and cry and make them help you. If it turns out it's nothing, it's fine. But what if it isn't nothing and they ignore you? Just make them give you the care, the health care that you deserve. You're in pain. Don't play it down. Don't do it. I tend to do that as well, but I have made the promise to myself that I will at least try and keep it in mind, and not go in there saying that I shouldn't cry. No, if I want to cry, I'm gonna cry. If you need to yell, I'm gonna yell. And if she pushes something that hurts, I'm not gonna say, well, that hurts. No, I'm gonna you know. I personally also prefer to go to a female doctor. They're more empathetic, it seems. It depends, straight up. It really depends. I can ignore you. Male doctors even had a female who within 5 minutes got me surgery appointment. It depends, Ali. Because with my endometriosis, I had 2 female gynecologists. The first one dismissed me, and the second one did as well. And they both did it in the same way. And now I'm just kind of waiting to have courage again to try and get the treatment that I should be getting, that neither of them even offered. I had to bring it up myself, and then I was kind of put down for doing my own research. That was not done. It was apparently I had offended them by making an informed decision. Isn't that the point? Aren't you supposed to make an informed decision? But they were very offended that I even knew about this procedure, which basically the surgery. They wanted to give me surface care, either hormones or menopause or the complete removal of my uterus. There is another thing. They can also do laser. They can laser away the scar tissue, but also they have to go inside to actually figure out how bad the damage is from the endometriosis. You can't see that on a scan. You can't see that on an echo or whatever. You have to go inside. And they didn't even offer that. They would rather have me on hormones that would be even more detrimental to the rest of my body and my health. than even have me consider an operation that could remove the scar tissue. They didn't even bring it up. And when I did, by 2 female doctors, they got angry. Isn't that insane? So it depends. It depends. Hi, Riku. Have you actually played all the games? How does it... I mean, is that a spoiler? I kind of want to know how it ends. I only played the first game. What about you? But it's true, Riku. You guys are the darkest to my migraines. Because even when I'm sad, I know you're here, you're there. And if I need a little bit of a cyber hug, I know I can count on you. And that really does help. Believe it or not, it helps. All right, this is what I got skipped to. Automat is restricting you. I don't know. Is it, has it been... Oh, it was expired. I can read it though. A very British way would be to ask Liam Neeson to hand the doctor a small plate of Battenberg cake with a note under it that says, "Help me or I will kill you." Really wisdom. Do you have the phone number? I am so hot. I don't know why I put on this thing. Hold on, but I feel too naked. Yeah, I'm not ready for summer, people. I don't want to be half naked on stream. This is why I don't like summer. I like to cover myself up. You can't do that in summer. Ah! Automat is resisting my creativity and fun. I don't like you, Automat. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Wisdom. But I read it, so now everyone knows. Getting disrespected? Are we swinging? I mean, no. Kill him with kindness, Reckless. Kill him with kindness. Always. There is nothing that infuriates someone who is unreasonable and angry more than a smile and genuine kindness. I promise. I promise. In those days, there were a few great sci-fi magazines where many of the greatest stories were first published. None of those have survived, unfortunately. That's sad, Luther. How do you know about this? Okay. Chat really got messed up. I don't know what happened. It skipped, and then all the messages were upside down. Not literally, but... Talk about lasers. So I have kidney stones. Oh, no, straight up. Ah! They probably need to get operated to get rid of them, and it's my first operation, and this is so stressful. And it also told me of different ways to get rid of them, but I have no clue what is the best way. Probably the most efficient one from what they tell me, right? Ask around. Ask for the experience of other people. If you're uncertain, ask for a second opinion, but do your own research. And don't let the doctors make you feel bad for trying to make an informed decision. You have the right to an informed decision. Okay? Can't you get a hysterectomy? Yeah, and I could, Ali, but I would rather not get rid of it all. Because if I ever find a guy or a man who would be a good dad, because that's it, right? It's easy, it's reasonably easy to get kids, but it's harder to find a good dad for those kids. I would love to try to have children, so that's not an option. Menopause isn't an option either at 33. I'm not going to do that. That's not an option. It shouldn't be an option. And hormones, I can't do that for a lot of reasons that I don't want to get into. But aside from the long-term effects and dangers that those have, I do have also some family history that I need to be mindful of. So the fact that they didn't even bring up the laser surgery is mind-boggling to me. Because I thought at the second opinion, surely she's going to give me this option as well. Nope. And then I brought it up and they got offended. And basically the appointment was over immediately after. It's ridiculous. But straight up, do your own research. Do your own homework. Ask around. Hold up. My mental health summed up. I don't want to live anymore. 40? for the last year, I have been really struggling with my depression. I've basically been clinically depressed since I was 16 when my CPTSD first started developing. And sometimes your brain will tell you that you don't want to live anymore. But please remember that that's not the same as wanting to die. Okay? It's not the same. And you're going through so much at once. So allow yourself to be sad and to just sit in this moment for a little bit, okay? There's nothing wrong with how you're feeling. If anything, it would be weird if you weren't affected at all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everything that's going on. But as you say, you're a dad. And just think of all the memories you still have to make with your kid and your girl. Your girl. Hello? What about her? My first surgery was an emergency C-section. I'll still say asking someone who's been in labor for 26 hours. Oh no. My God. I mean, birthing is another thing. Do you know? Should we get into this? Does anyone know why women give birth on their backs, even though it is proven that that is the worst position to be in when in labor? Does anyone know where it started? You want a cherry baby? I mean, it would be great, but also at this point in time, I'm not stable enough, so it's probably not a good idea. I already have a baby bean, and I don't know. Maybe that's for the best. The annoying thing is they give you all these options and they know, but you have no clue what it all means, to what extent, or what all is possible. I feel like sometimes they do that on purpose. So, if possible, set aside a few hours to do some research. Try to find some people who have been through it and ask for their experience and ask what options they were offered and try to read up on it. And remember not to be biased. Look at the bad side and the good side. If I try to research something, I research it in a positive light and in a negative light. So, for example, when I first found out about sugar and in consequence about butter, why butter should be in your diet and sugar shouldn't be in your diet, I would Google why butter is bad and why butter is good, and then I would from there on find the medium, the middle ground. Thank you, Riku. Did you answer me? I probably didn't see. It's a bit busy, and I'm not very good at keeping up with chat these days. I'm so sorry. I had epidural, so I couldn't walk. That's so. God dang it, Allie. Oh, I'll allow it before it times out. Let me see. Clean up your room or I will hunt you down. My nephew keeps his room very tiny. Oh no, it's that's so funny. Thank you for the follow, Mel. How are you doing? I hope you're okay. That has always been a dream of mine as well, Ali, to adopt. But the thing is, I would still need a man that is able to be a dad, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna allow me to adopt as a single mom in this day and age. It's probably, but I haven't given up hope yet. It's not like it's my time has run out just yet. And if not, then life probably has different plans for me, and that's okay too. But yeah, adopt is I from a very young age I wanted to adopt, because just like it's probably a little bit of a crude comparison, but like just like with animals, adopting is probably better than, you know. But that's a whole other subject. I'm sorry I made that comparison. You read books and you're smart. Well, I don't know, reckless. I mean, I read a lot, but if I'm smart, I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel smart, and sometimes I do. It depends on the day and the questions. I can't have children, but sadly I also can't adapt because I don't meet a very strict criteria of finances and health and all the other things you need to meet. Yeah, Evie, same. Probably the same. It's very sad. But it doesn't mean that you can't have influence over and don't mean that in a weird way. Influence is such a weird word, I feel like. There are other ways that you can help youth and have a positive effect on the lives of people and children. It's not me telling myself that I don't want to live. It's the entire effing universe telling me I should quit. No, 40. I do not agree. Because that would mean that I would say the same, and that chat would say the same. And listen, if you dare say that the universe is telling 40 that he should quit, like with life, we're talking, no. I will ban you instantly. Not you, 40. But no, maybe, yes, maybe the thing, your dreams, maybe that isn't exactly what life has in store for you. That could be true. That I agree on. But that doesn't mean that your life is over. No. No, 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 no. You have so much to give. And you can channel your experience into other projects. And I know that isn't what you worked for. I know that isn't what you were dreaming about. But that doesn't mean that you can have new dreams. That doesn't mean that somewhere out there, there's someone waiting for you to cross their path and make everything better. But you're not there yet. You're now here and you're allowed to be sad. But don't tell yourself that it's all over, all right? Please? Because if the whole universe were actually against you being alive, I would now tell you to do things that I don't want to say because it's not true. It's not true. I'm grateful that you're here, and I can't wait to hear your stories of the adventures that are still to come. There's so many adventures waiting for you. I promise. For all of you out there, everyone who's listening, including me. Oh, straight up. Oh, that. Too big to be out, so they need to be removed surgically, or when they drop, they could block the urine channel, and then there would be an operation anyway. Still need to figure out if the big stones are stuck in the kidney flesh itself or in the channel, because his flesh apparently don't need to be operated. I actually posted something in my stories for you that I would like you to read. If you're on Instagram, would you do me a favor and take a look at that? As Leaked Wisdom is saying, very on brand. If we quit, we will never know. Atomic Quokka. I love that name. Thank you for the follow. Hello, how are you doing? Oh, straight up, I feel for you. I keep thinking of The Green Mile. Has anyone seen that movie? Great movie. Great movie. But doesn't he have the same thing? The character that Tom Hanks is playing? 2 years after failed IVF, I am finally come to terms with my life not being a mother, and it's okay. I can make my life worthwhile, but anyway, I'll find ways to be a mother and take care of others. Exactly. I'm very happy that you end with that, Evie, because the irony of my life is that I was taught that you don't necessarily become a mother when you give birth. It's the things you do after that. It's the taking care of and raising and loving and protecting a child after that. You just because you didn't give birth to a kid that you adopt or that you take under your wing through some kind of buddy a project, for example, because those are a thing as well, right? Children who are less fortunate, who need an adult that is safe to hang out with. That doesn't mean that you can't embody what it actually truly means to be a mom or a dad. But for a woman, it is so hard to come to terms with when you can't do the thing that you're supposed to be born for. But the title mother and father, mom and dad, doesn't necessarily start with the birth of your own children. It's something you do. Does that make sense? And I'm with you, Evie, because endometriosis also makes it harder to get pregnant. And with every year that passes, and not only just because I'm getting older, but because there's more scar tissue. For all I know, I don't know, because they won't freaking do the freaking surgery on me. For all I know, it's already impossible for me. For all I know, my uterus is already just too scarred to make a pregnancy possible. I don't know. I won't know until I try, or if they ever grant me the surgery. But yeah, that's something that ever since I found out about endometriosis, I've been thinking about as well. Because as a woman, it's such a big part of your life. If you have a desire to have kids, but again, as you said, you will find other ways to be a mother and take care of others. It's kind of like what I say with being grandma. My goal, my ultimate goal in life is being grandma. That doesn't mean that that I need to have kids and then grandkids. No, I want to embody what it is to be a grandma. Just thinking about that makes me super happy. And even if that means I'll never have my own grandkids, I will still be grandma. Just you watch me. This is a promise, not a threat. Nature versus nurture, yeah. Oh, Evie, you're so sweet. I don't think it's fair to say there's somebody out there for everybody. Statistically, it's practically impossible. What do you mean, Coca? Turns out he gave me permission to share something, but I want to know if he or I already shared it. Oh, I'm not sure either. 40/Rida. Rida. Has Twitch answered your complaint yet? Because I do you need me to help? Maybe we can help you out. Moral of the story is not everyone meant to have kids. No, that's true, Riku. That's true. And my fallopian tubes removed in 2019 because they were blocked by a no tissue. But yeah, I'm slowly coming to terms with it. I'm unpacking in therapy how much I want a child and how much of it is just societal expectations. Yes, yes, that yeah, that's kind of what I meant. And it's hard. It's very hard and not spoken of enough. My friend had endo and had 2 kids, but she wasn't 19 and 20. Yeah, and then the scar tissue probably isn't as bad as it is with me, because I'm over a decade older. What is life? What is life, Reckless? I don't know these days. I really don't know. When Ford joined Formula Ford, he had his friend who was like a relative, and they were inseparable. I'm afraid I know where this is going. don't communicate. I think I missed something there. Life is an acronym for locating infinity in a fractal existence. I'm gonna copy that and ponder that sentence later on. Is that okay, Wisdom? Because that's beautifully put. But also giving me a small existential crisis. Ads! What's happening? Why are there so many ads? When I moved to the UK 5 years ago, I was in a bad place. I loved Miraculous Ladybug and saw a movie was coming out, but it was not going to was not going to out for years, so I waited. And when the movie finally aired, I stopped my heart out. I can't watch this movie without crying. Now as proof that I made it. Oh my gosh, Ellie. Having things to look forward to is vital. Which is also the hardest part about being sad and depressed, because it's... Oh no, come back. Especially with social media, people doing all these crazy things and traveling and living the perfect life seemingly. It's not true. It's all edited and you only see the good things. And you know what? If the only thing that you can look forward to is, I don't know, a movie that will come out in a few months or a few years, don't let anyone tell you that your goal is too small or worthless. Whatever it takes to get you through the day, it's valid. And I will probably always have days where I can't do anything but roll myself up in a blanket, pretend to be a burrito, and breathe. And you know what? If that is what takes me to tomorrow, that's fine. That's perfect. That's all I need. All I want to do is get to tomorrow. And some days are good. Some days I'm happy. And some days I'm really not. And as Adrienne Mishler says during yoga, a lot of the times, she has two mantras that I try to remind myself of pretty much every day. The first one is find what feels good. As long as you don't hurt anyone else or yourself, try to find what feels good. And now this is naturally because she does yoga and it's during yoga. But also don't decide where it ends. Don't decide where it ends. And you can make of that what you want. It's the same as with find what feels good. Always give the meaning that you find appropriate and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But those two mantras are, to me, really life-saving. Let me get back to a Right-Eyes message, because I did see it, but Twitch be twitching. During one of the races, 40's friend was leading and 40 was right behind, like nothing. No time at all, at 0.250 seconds, and unfortunately his friend's car spun and 40 hit the side pod, sending them both into the barriers, and his friend was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced brain dead. He's been blaming himself for the accident. It's very easy for me to say that it wasn't his fault. Very easy. And it wasn't. Are there built-in, oh no, don't do this, are there built-in safety guards for mental health in a case like this, Rita? There are a lot of things that I want to say that are very cliche, but I'm consciously biting my tongue because they won't help. they're in the same line as telling someone to smile when they're depressed. It won't help. So I'll do this. If and when 40 wants to talk about this to someone, I'm here, all right? I'll listen. And hold space for whatever it is that is on his mind. And that goes for you too, Rita, right? You don't have to do that out here in public. If you want to do that in a DM on Discord, I am inviting you to do that, okay? And I'll just listen, because that's all I can do. And I'm not saying that it will do any good, but maybe getting it out of his head, your head, will relieve some of the pressure. It doesn't fix anything. But having someone listening that is outside of that world and outside of your life really can help a little bit. You don't have to take that, but this is me inviting you and letting you know that you can trauma dump and vent in my DMs about this, or anything for that matter. All right? Both of you, right at 40? I'm here, okay? Yeah. He was taken to a psychiatrist and therapist to rehab. No, you're not. Listen, this is kind of, I know it sounds right up. This is what Sundays are for. And if there are people out there who don't like it, I'm sorry, but not every day is sunshine for everyone. Some days are sad and some days are hard. And some Sundays we have a lot of fun and it's chaos and we laugh and it's all good. But my entire point of this day is that we talk about whatever is going on in our lives right now. What is on our hearts, what is on our shoulders. This is what I am here for. And I hope that at least some of you are here for the same reason, so we can be there for each other. So don't say sorry, right? If I didn't want you to talk about it, I wouldn't talk about it. I would just skip over it, like I accidentally did about the Tolkien thing. So I'll read that as well. Don't apologize for venting. My only rule is that we don't hurt each other or ourselves. That's it. Sundays are for talking, and that can be about anything. And if that's something happy, which 40 has had a lot of good and happy and funny and wild stories in the time that he's been going around. But I am not someone who is like, oh, you're a downer, so I'm just not gonna. No, that's not what love is about to me. Good and bad days. All right? You're not dulling chat. We're learning. If anything, we're learning. All right, Blue, I'm so sorry. The post about Sam Gamgee, so much Gamgee, Tolkien, so I will break my rule. I looked up Sam Gamgee writing Tolkien. Tolkien was pleasantly surprised and offered Sam a signed copy of the book. Later, Tolkien wrote that he lived in fear of receiving a letter from Asgard. Oh, I didn't know that last. He did have a wry sense of humor. He did. Thank you for repeating. Blue. Sometimes I miss a message, and you're allowed to repeat it, especially if I ask, because I did ask about for this. Okay. You're not being a bother, in case you're worried about that. Yeah, I mean, isn't there a movie though, Evie, about Tolkien? Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Ali. Yeah, I'm forgetting a little bit. That's okay though. Thank you for the hug, Riku. And right, everyone, thank you for the hugs. I'm giving you a lot of hugs and all my love. Hello, Millis. How are you doing? I know you do right now. Yeah, tell him, and show him. Show him, buy flowers, or I don't know. I don't know him enough. You know him better. Um, and do small things, because if I look back on the periods of my life where I thought I was happy, it's not the big things, the parties, or I don't know. It's never the big things that I remember most fondly. It's tiny little moments of connection that I miss and remember most. Quiet moments. Someone picking a flower, just one little flower, and putting it in my hair. That kind of stuff. I decide what they'll have. You do, Reckless. Sometimes, not always. He gives the best rub crushing hugs. I believe that. I believe that. He sounds like he does. People who can tell great stories usually are very good huggers as well, is my experience. Yes, you're allowed to repeat. You're allowed to repeat if I miss your message and you feel like it's important, or it's something I asked for, or it ties into the conversation and you feel like it should be heard. Yes, you're allowed to repeat, but not spam straight up. God dang it! Oh, rub. Oh, I imagined like a. It didn't. It made sense. It made sense in my brain. I took my daughter into town once and got her a book and went coffee shop, and she said it was the best day ever. Yeah, it's honestly, money and expensive things are great, super, but I don't know. I feel like small things often hold more love, if that makes any sense at all. It's like a dream. You can't remember the best moments. I try to make like snapshots. It's like as if I have a Polaroid camera in my brain, and I try to consciously like snap a picture of moments that I feel like give me the good feels. And it's something I've been practicing for years, actually. It can be anything from a pretty sunset, or just someone telling a story and seeing their eyes light up. It can be anything, but I try to consciously, like in my brain, be like, you know, oh no, what am I gonna do with your name? SRVRDMN. I hope that's not something bad. I'm assuming it's not. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're doing okay today. The little things, the appreciation of silence, the leaving on a light for somebody returning home, presence and absence, the little things. Yeah, wisdom. Very on brand today. Even when he's down, he puts on a brave face in front of her kid, and even currently he's playing with her son. So he's so strong. He's so strong. You are too, right? Because all of this, you are going through it as well. Don't forget. Don't forget yourself. Don't forget that you are holding this all together as well. Give yourself some credit. You deserve it. Hello, Machiavelli. Machiavelli, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Only survival stay in the brain? In dreams? I don't dream a lot. Um, like rarely. So it's very confusing if I dream. Last night I had a lot of nightmares. That wasn't pleasant. I think it's probably because of Toulouse sitting on my chest and, choking me unintentionally. I hope. Now I think about it. I hope my cat isn't trying to murder me in my sleep. Oh no. This is why I take thousands of pictures so you have them for when you're sad or the future. Yeah, but you can do that in your mind as well, like consciously telling yourself, "I want to remember this," and really take it in, like what you're smelling, what you're feeling, what you're seeing. Your brain can do that too. I always forget to take actual pictures now I think about it. You are, Retta. Wait, at the end of most editions of The Return of the King is an appendix called The Tale of Years, which tells of the fate of the members of the Fellowship. No! It is a must read. For each time I read Lord of the Rings, always brings tears of sadness and gladness. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, it's pronounced Rita. All right, Rita. I'll remember. I'm so sorry. Oh, I hate it when I mispronounce names. I'm sorry, Rita. Okay. Uh, Hello, Ox. How are you doing today? Long time no see. Hey, Dropje. Oh no, not the ketchup bottle. What did you miss? Everything. You missed everything. Mispronounced cheery. Morning, Chungus. How are you doing? Last time a grizzly tried to kill me, I told myself to wake up or walk up. Walk up or wake up, Reckless. You missed everything. Where have you been, Ox? Before getting shredded, oh no. A lot of uterus talk, yeah, this is true. Some hospital incident for the almost dying and shit, you're all cut up. Yep, basically. People take so many pictures these days, they forget to be there. Yeah, so I guess try to find a balance because pictures are important too. I lost 2 years worth of pictures when my phone broke, and I'm still not over that. That will never stop hurting. But at the same time, having like a mental Polaroid camera in your brain is kind of funny too. Oh, and also, Ox, don't be confused, but sometimes 40 is actually 40's fiance, Rita. Hello, Ottavio Abel? Oh gosh. Is that how you pronounce your name? I'm a little bit scared now. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. My phone is 98% cats as well. Random screenshots of things I've looked up and want to remember and never look up again. The same with my notes. It's just full of things that I feel like or I've heard that's an ADHD thing. But yeah, screenshots. Also a lot of screenshots of my alarm because I apparently take screenshots when I try to snooze. I thought she created her own account. Yeah, Ox, maybe you can help because Twitch hasn't helped out yet. But Rita can't actually verify her own account. Twitch is being difficult. 24 at the very least. At the very least. Oh, okay, you did follow that. That wasn't a good sentence. I want to get more coffee. I'm gonna take 5. Take a stretch. Go get some water. Let's take a sip before. I'm gonna have a little pee break. Why did I not want to say that this time? We've been talking about such weird things, and now I suddenly don't want to say I need to pee. I have to pee. I want more coffee, and then we'll have a little bit more of a chat. Is that okay? My mate's sister, so I had a personal photo of her that flashed up when she rang. All the time I used to show it to my mate. Oh, look, your sister's calling. Ah, you're mean. You are actually, you are, I don't know how to, like, not like in an evil way, but I feel like you do find pleasure in being a little bit mean, don't you? Have you read the Milking Farm book? Have you? I'm gonna read the rest of the series as well, together with Erin. Oh shoot, I have to go find that later, but that's after stream. All right. Um, first time I was in chat, you said my name correctly, and everyone says Evie, not Evie. I mean, it's a double V. Of course, it's Evie. I don't understand. I often save interesting Instagram posts to look at later, but I barely look at them again though. Yeah, this is a thing for everyone. I feel like it's one of my things that I want to do this year. I want to go through my camera roll and delete all my screenshots of my alarm. If you want to give any newbies in chat a small heart attack, you should put out the candle using your finger. I could try, but I don't think I can do that, Milk. Because I need to, because the button is at the bottom. I know, straight up. I don't know why I got awkward. Yes, 5 coffees, 5 stretches, and 5 peas. Is that okay? And I started that halfway through at the Rue. She just woke up with a new friend and he gave her money. Oh, that one, that hurt. That bit hurt. Ooh. Okay, well, I would love it if you read the milking, because honestly, it's not what you think it is. It's really not. I want to recommend it, but I can't because it's also a bit distressing. I would, if you're gonna read that book, skip skip the spicy bits, because underneath it, there's a lot of interesting subjects going on. Anyway, I'm gonna take 5. I'll see you in a little bit. Go take a scratch. Well, yeah, if you're itchy, go take a scratch. Have a stretch. Get some water, or maybe a coffee as well. I really shouldn't, but I am going to do it anyway. And I'll see you at 5. Okay. I'm not gonna put the timer because that stresses me out, and then I can't pee. I'm a nervous peer, so okay, I'm rambling. Let's go. Hello? Are we fighting? What are we doing? Don't fight. Don't be like Winston. What's happening? So, all right, I'm a bit uncomfortable, but I'm so warm. So I need to take off that vest. It's already heating up in this house, in this adorable house that I live in with a lot of sun. Okay, so I realized that I had made myself tea, which is on a heater. So I decided to do the wise thing and drink tea instead. How are we doing? Ox, behave! You are Mr. Pinkog, Ox. Oh no, not the ketchup again. I'll ready hydrate before she gets back. Will she just have to down the bottle, then leave again to pee? Probably, probably, Millis. But only if you do it too. I don't think I could. I have a very small bladder. In fact, I have tiny kidneys as well. And I know this for a fact. I know the size of my kidneys. Who can say that they know the size of their kidneys? Mine are 9 centimeters. Okay, what did I miss? Gnarly is dancing. Oh my gosh, that is such a cute emote. Ox likes it too much in the corner. Hello, Bandit. How are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust to summer again. Friday, it was officially, I don't know if this is a thing in other countries, but in the Netherlands, we have a thing called um, a skirt day, which basically means that it's the first really sunny, decently warm day of the year, and a lot of women decide on that day to wear a skirt. So, you know, it's a I don't really like the concept because it feels a bit sexist and you know, but it's a thing. It's a thing, and last Friday it was that day. It is true. It's just true. It happens. But I don't feel comfortable. So I either have my arms bare or my legs, and I guess it's arms today. I don't like it. This is true. I mean it. This is truly one of the reasons that I'm not a fan of summer. I want to cover myself. I like to be cozy. I like to be covered up, and that's not just it's not a good idea in summer, is it? At least you get summer. I'm in a hoodie and blanket. I am jealous, Allie. I lived in the UK for 2 years, and I really don't think it was that much different from here. A little bit more rain, but that's probably because I just don't like the sun. So I was a bit disappointed with the weather in the UK. I was expecting a lot more rain. Oh, thank you, Allie. It's just basics. It's just basics. It's my advice to anyone. Just buy basics. You can't go wrong with a white top and a blue jean, can you? I never got that. If your mate jumped off a bridge, would you like? Yeah, of course I would. I ain't no chicken. Well, I mean, there must be a good reason they're jumping, right? No, there's never a good reason. But also, wait, where did this come from, Ox? Hi, Ether Egg. How are you doing? Cut back with coffee and the ketchup and mayo everywhere. What's going on? Ox is going on, Wisdom. Ox is going on. Ox wants to be put in the corner, but I feel like he likes it too much. So I'm not willing to put him in the corner at the moment. A suit day would be epic, as in the opposite of casual Friday, or what's it called? We can do that if you want, straight up. Do you want us to have like a suit up day? Do I have something that I could wear? I'm not sure. I won't have a suit, but we could all dress up pretty and share the pictures on Discord. That would be fun. Honestly, just suit up every day. Dress pretty every day. Make yourself feel bonita. So yes, the sun is life, reckless, but also death. To me, I don't like the sun, But we have an agreement. Since a few years, we have agreed if I just don't go into the sun, I don't have to get angry to the sun, and the sun won't have to burn me. So we compromise. There's no pants day, no ox. But it means that I'll have like a skirt, but I'll cover my arms. I don't know what this is, but I really don't like having bare legs and bare arms. It makes me very uncomfortable. And if that's me, if you do that, I'm not. It's not like I'm judging you. I'm kind of a little bit envious because sometimes it's a struggle when it's really hot and I'm sweating my ass off literally. But I just can't. I don't feel comfortable. I don't know. Pass me a nice big spoon to stir the pot, please. Which one? Which one do you want? Gnarly. Everyone has removed their pants. Well, good thing I can't see you. Little do you know that to make this bearable, I just imagine everyone naked. Isn't that what they tell you if you're nervous about speaking in public? To imagine everyone naked? I never got that. I I'm joking because I would not not be able to speak at all if I imagined everyone naked. Who came up with that? You won't live long enough to see a supernova. Reckless with the current vibe that this planet is in. I'm not sure we're not gonna talk about that. Yes, it is gnarly. It's for you. Men will be on the train in the shirt and tie, and just the boxers and shoes. Oh God, I mean, yeah. Uh, there's a reason that sometimes they say that men and women come from different planets, right? Oh no. Why do I know how large my kidneys are? Quokka wants to know. Because I almost died. So I had a kidney infection, and I almost went into kidney failure, and they scanned my kidneys. It was kind of funny actually because so I don't know how it works where you are, but over here in that hospital where I went to at that time, it's just a guy that is sitting in a room to make an echo of people's bellies, probably all day or at least for a few hours. And he didn't even look up when I came into the room because he had people coming in and out constantly. So he didn't actually observe my stature, and I am 1 meters and 58 centimeters. It's not I'm not the tallest. I am not a good representation of Dutch people because I am not very tall. So he didn't even look at me, and I was lying there very uncomfortable. I was 19 or something, and I'm scared now of being in a room with a strange man on my own, but back then, terrified. So I was very nervous, and he didn't even look at me. And so he's looking at the screen, and he's doing the thing, and he's like, "Oh, your kidneys are very small." Hmm. And then he looked at me. Oh, that makes sense. I felt so, I felt very, literally small. I felt very small because it was just, oh, right, no, it makes sense. I don't know how to explain it differently, but yeah, he told me they're 9 centimeters, and generally that's a little bit on the small size, but because I am not very big either, it was okay. But yeah, that's why I know 9 centimeters. Wondering if the exact size of my kidneys is bigger than a baby rabbit. I don't know the size of a baby rabbit. What are you talking about, Evie? I'll see you in a minute. I found out about it by accident one day on my way to work, and I was thinking, what the fuck is happening? Wait, oh, there's what? Whoa, there's a lot of automat. Why? There you go. Oh, links don't work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Evie. Beatles what, Coca? What is that in human? What do you mean, Ox? What do you? That's the. Thank you, Ithrak. Yes, I guess it's 5-2. I don't know how to do the conversion rate. We think in centimeters. And just in case you don't know, American minutes and European minutes are the exact same. There are not. There's not 100 seconds in European minutes. It's 60 seconds. Oh, Evie, I had a colonoscopy years back and didn't have sedation or anything, so I've seen inside of my rectum colon. What was it like, Evie? I am 3 inches taller than your mother. She was tiny in that case. Ithrak. Jeez. Ox! Oh no. I'm not saying it out loud. The headphone in the bra is way more disturbing than the sun. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna change my ways. Almost dying is not advised. I'm glad you did. I'm glad I didn't either. Yeah, no, I almost did. The doctor said that if I had been like a day longer, if I had waited another day to go to the hospital, I would have gone into kidney failure and then it would have been game over for me. But I was on time and I survived. Oh, I didn't like the experience though. I'd have thought Jerry was still going by stream. Really? No, you're lying, Ox. You're lying. Oh yeah, you're right. Someone somewhere is going to wonder about how flexible you are if you neglected to mention the camera about the colonoscopy. Oh no. Actually, out of context, that's kind of a funny story, I feel like. 5'2" is almost average. Well, Bandit, in the Netherlands, people are quite tall. So, I still have the spoons. It's so random. Average height. Dutch women. So, the average height of a Dutch woman is 5'7". I'm not 5'7". Not at all. It was just pink? Oh, good. I don't know. What did you say, Coca? I'm going to claim to have seen one too, and if ever offered to peek, I will politely say no, thank you. Oh gosh, this took a turn. This took a turn. Okay, have fun, Ithrak. Enjoy the sun for me, please, because I can't do it. Mac is dying. Right. What is my legacy? What do you mean, Reckless? My legacy? Do I have one? What essence do you leave this? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, Reckless. I'm curious, actually. Mickelson, hi there. How are you doing today? We're a bit unhinged again, and I have spoons for Gnarly because Gnarly wanted to stir the pot. I have 2 spoons actually, so there's options. I need to date an extra tall person to balance out the short height with a tall height. I mean, I don't need to, but I could. I could straight up. It's a weird thing that some people actually have that in their checklist. Height. But I worry about neck problems in that case. I don't think it would be good. Your what won't see what? Only your hair. Okay, Reckless. Anyone seen those ancient giant swords they dug up? Does anyone think there were people that huge who would wield those back in the day? Where did they find them, Gnarly? I don't know. Tell me, tell me. Thank you for dropping by, Riku, and hanging out. I hope to see you soon. Yeah, Mickelson, Gnarly wanted to stir the pot, so I thought let me help out and offer some spoons. It's like there's a pattern, right? I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Ox arrives, and suddenly everything is unhinged. And I think Ox was also the one who submitted the book unhinged for the book club, right? Well, it's not to eat. It's to put food on your. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You did, smiley face. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be too shocked anymore. I'm so sorry, Ox. I ruined it. I ruined it for myself. The shock factor has been dissolved by reading about minotaurs. Not for eating soup. No, it's a serving spoon. Yeah, and this is like I don't know. I think this was a salad spoon originally, but I use it to just to stir the pot. Oh no, gnarly! If you do, please post it on Discord if you can. I would love to see it. These are the props of today's stream. Maybe I should keep them in case things go out of hand again. Don't do that. It will scrape off the Teflon. I don't use Teflon at all, Ox. There is no Teflon in my house because microplastics and stuff. I have cast iron. And another puppy goes by. Someone is taunting me. I feel like someone is sending these puppies to me to just to make me upset. What do you call baby minotaurs? Second towers? The second towers? Oh no. Oh no. That's a good dad joke. Isn't it just non-stick coating? Teflon is not good for your health, Ox. If you want to know about it, you should just kind of do a little bit of research because I don't want to be a party pooper. But I got rid of all my Teflon based pans. I think in years and years ago. I haven't used any Teflon. Oh, I only use what is it? Stainless steel and cast iron. So stainless steel for like boiling and stuff, and cast iron for baking. But there is no non-stick anything in my home. Stainless steel it depends. I love my cast iron. I'm a big fan of cast iron. Yeah, high lime tree, heavy but good. So it can double as a weapon, as in what's the movie called? No, actually, so cast iron you're not supposed to scrub clean. Cast iron gets better with use. So if you have, it could be an heirloom actually. If I treat my cast iron well, which means not wash it with soap, just with hot water, and preferably when it's still hot. So you just rinse it, and you're supposed to leave a little bit of oil in the bottom. And in fact, I rub a little bit of oil after every use, and then I reheat it a little bit after cooking, because that will create in time a natural non-stick coat. The more you know. Adds a nice hint of garlic to any dish. Sure, yeah, coca. Nah, I was a bit shocked. So yeah, if you don't know, the Teflon, it starts to, even if you're careful and you only use like wooden spoons and stuff, Teflon will deteriorate, and you will get microplastics in your food over time. And that's why I got rid of all my Teflon pans. should learn to use cast iron. The thing I don't like about it is you have to keep treating it. Well, no, you don't necessarily have to keep treating it. I don't. What I do straight up is, like I said, I only rinse it with hot water, no soap, because you will scrub off the layer that you're trying to build. And after every use, I rub a little oil on it. So the next time I use it, you kind of treat it just by cooking, because there's already oil. You heat the pan, and that will be kind of a built-in treatment. Ooh, have a nice lunch, Wisdom. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was lovely. And you were very on brand. I love that. A bit like how you're not supposed to wash jeans. If it's a full cotton jean, you are supposed to wash it in a specific way. This is true. In other words, you shouldn't. Clean them with super hot oil. Huh? You clean them with oil? I'm not sure I understand that. I have a cast iron skillet that has been in the family for at least 4 generations and still cooks great. I'm so jealous, Blue. I had to buy. I'm the first generation of this set of cast iron pans that I have, but I'm very proud of them, and I take good care of them. And I really hope that in like 40 years they'll be worthy of being gifted to some family member or anyone that is important in my life at that moment. Should I worry about microplastics? I'm sure there's nutrients, but we'll just poop them out, right? Yeah, I know. If you believe it, it must be true, right? I don't know a lot about microplastics, I'll admit, but I do know that you should probably try to avoid them. Oh, like chewing gum? I haven't chewed gum in ages. It is high maintenance. I also use some glass gardening ware stuff. Amazing, but it's breakable and can be hard to clean if you're not careful. I would love to have some glass cooking ware because it just looks very pretty. I don't feel like a cast iron is very high maintenance once you get into the habit of taking care of it. I feel like if you burn a Teflon pan, it's just as much work. But you do need to learn a little bit. If you have a new cast iron pan, you're supposed to be careful with acidic food, for example, because you could burn away the layer that you're trying to build. But yeah, look into it, or watch a video of someone restoring a cast iron, because that's another thing. If you ruin a Teflon pan, it's gone. You have to throw it because you can't fix it. Cast iron, if that is left out in the wild, so to speak, and it's rusted and just horrible, you can restore it. You don't have to throw it. It's great. You'd love to learn how to preserve and ferment? Same straight up. Food doesn't go in my brain. Do you have a brain, Hawks? What? No, I'm sorry, that was mean. Oh no. You're rubbing off on me. That's not good. I had Teflon for a while and nobody told me not to use metal utensils. When I started to find little black flecks in my food, I realized it probably wasn't good for me. Same, Coca, same. Well, I didn't use anything. It just, because of usage and heat, it just starts to wear. Wear. And you have to replace it every year or something if you cook every day, and that's just not the case for cast iron. You make an investment in a good set once, and if you treat your cast iron well, it will last forever, basically. And my coffin will be me and a bunch of cast iron cookware. You're not gonna give it to your family, Lamtree, or to anyone. I mean, I get it. What if the Egyptians were right? What if? Pass me my spoon. Here you go. You can't put me in a corner. I'm already in a corner. Oh no. I'm always in a corner. I like being in a corner, actually, because it gives me a feeling of safety. so can see what's happening in the rest of the room. Be super careful with cast iron if you have a glass range. This is a good tip. Yes. Be careful. Same goes for stainless steel. It lasts practically forever, so I don't see why I take cast iron over stainless steel. I have both, straight up. But I just prefer baking and what's the other one? Well, baking I do in a cast iron, and if it's some kind of boiling or something that has more volume, I use stainless steel. I use both. You have to ask Gnarly what's up with the spoons at the wreck. I don't know. Gnarly wants to stir the pot, so I deliver the spoons. Hello, Amadasi. Is that how I say your name? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I broke a glass range with my glass Dutch oven. Oh no! That's an expensive accident. I was making some caramel once in a non-stick pot and noticed those tiny black flecks. I dumped it and got rid of the pot. I only used stainless. Oh, dang it. Where did you go? Where did you go? Still, when making caramel now. That's advisable, Blue. Yeah. Water cast iron pans thicker and heavier than the stainless steel ones? Yes. In my experience, cast iron is the heaviest cookingware out there. Yeah. Budak Jihad 2024. Hello. Sorry if I butchered your name. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Hello. Thank you for the follow. To be fair, most of my food comes in a plastic container that I just put in the microwave, or is a pizza wrapped in plastic. So yeah, it can be avoided, I guess. Yeah. But if you want to do better, you could invest in cast iron and heat it up in a pan instead of in the plastic. But you do you. You do what makes your life easiest. It's like we all have to try to make it work for ourselves. If you want to reduce waste like plastic, but that's the only, and you recycle, but you can't I don't know, use cast iron to cook, do that. If you can't be a vegetarian but you can leave meat for a few days, do that. We all have to do what we can do, and try not to judge people when they can't do more, because it's impossible to do everything right. There is no spoon. My current favorite books. Hi, Weaver. I don't know. That's such a hard question. What are yours? It's not an expensive range, luckily, and you can glue the glass with high temperature silicone. I would not do that. Samsung makes cheap ones for bachelor apartments because they save counter space. I wouldn't know. I've never had to buy one. My home's generally king with cookers, and the time that I did have to buy a range, it was gas. And I did have a glass one, but that was, again, it was already in the apartment. Oh man, I had some accidents on that thing. I don't have a microwave, so if I want to heat something up, I put it in a pan. Same straight up, I don't have a microwave anymore. I do want one, but not to heat up food, but to heat up the thingy that I have for my belly. I have like a sack filled with like cherry stones that you can heat up in a microwave, so you can, instead of a hot water bottle. But I don't have the room, so you know. I was camping once as a kid with mom. I was probably like 8, 10-ish. Woke up with bang, moo. My mom thought someone was breaking into the tent, so jumped out and smacked a cow in the head with a frying pan. Oh no, poor cow. Oh no. I mean, I get it. Good for her. Especially use stainless steel when you want to see the color of the stuff you're making, like browning butter. The darkest of the cast iron. It makes it very difficult to gouge the dundas so you could burn it. That's experience, Blue. That's just experience. If you cook long enough, you could make it work. But yeah, if you're uncertain, sure, I agree. I've been reading 1984, and it's so hard. The book is great, but it is like whatever's happening, which we are supposed to. Yeah, I hate that book, but I also love it. But I have the same with Brave New World, which I don't recommend reading right now because it will probably depress you beyond measure if you start reading Brave New World um, at this moment in time. Yeah, poor cow. But as I can see why your mom wanted to protect you, so good for her. Poor cow, but I agree, Ithrak. But the world is such a mess. I don't recommend reading it right now because it might push you over the edge into despair. Because that book isn't dystopian anymore in my eyes. It never was in my eyes. It's kind of just reality put in a interesting jacket. Huxley, yes, Weaver. It's one of my favorite books, but uh, there's so much going on in the world that we have to be careful with what we consume. And reading a book like that can be very depressing. I'm not sure if I saw it in movies. Book was very good. When I say I love hate a book, that means it's very good in general. There was a fact on QI that a huge percentage of people lie saying they've read it. Really, Ox? Why would people lie about that? Interesting. I agree, Ithrak. Aldous Huxley was a visionary. Read some good Terry Pratchett. Yes, because I agree, Gnarly. Read Terry Pratchett because he's also real. Well, he was because he's unfortunately not no longer with us. But he will actually make you laugh at the same time, so you won't actually feel that depressed at the end of the day. But I love Pratchett. I did finish Braiding Sweetgrass, Evie, and as much as it hurt, I highly recommend everyone read that because it will um, give you hope as well. It hurts to me because there's a lot of things in there that I've been feeling and thinking for a long time, and people won't listen to me. But there's a lot of knowledge in there. There's a lot of love in there, and I think it's an important book. So if you want to learn a little bit about the world and about Native American customs and just wisdom, Braiding Sweetgrass is a amazing book. You've never read Pratchett? Well, if you're looking for something to read, start with Discworld. Discworld is huge. This is true, but the books themselves are really manageable. You don't have to read them in order, but I would if I were you. If you can, I would read Discworld in order because the characters will start appearing in the stories ahead. I am currently reading Wheel of Time, Ithrak, but I'm not ready for the end. I think I have 3 books left, but I'm very afraid for my favorite character because usually the characters that I love the most end up having the worst storylines. So I'm afraid. I'm afraid. So I'm kind of postponing. I love the books, Wheel of Time. They're here. They're right here. Hi, Spenzo. How you doing? Count of Monte Cristo is your favorite? Mine's what? I haven't read or seen Count of Monte Cristo. Weaver, I'm so sorry. I don't like when he writes how they speak. Like reading fake accents is the worst. That's an interesting pet peeve, Ox. That's so funny. Um, I'm not sure what I did with your name. Illyvane So Cal? Hello. Good morning. How are you doing? I have read The Hitchhiker's Guide. Amazing. I loved it. Those were good. So that's where that's the book, the books, because it's really several, right? Where you learn how to fly. That took me out. That took me out. What do you mean, Mickelson? What do you mean? Actually, I think that Toulouse would enjoy this because one of my cats likes to be spanked. It's so weird. I know. Hi, Ev. How are you doing? Winston is sleeping. It's a miracle. They're both sleeping. I went on a long walk this morning with them. So, and I'm gonna try later today. Around, yeah, I don't know. It depends. If there's no dogs in the park, we can try. The Prince? Have I, the who's the author, Weaver? So long, and thanks for all the fish. Yeah. Hello, is that a 1984 reference? Oh no, I didn't realize. Oh, Winston is named after the dog in the TV show Hannibal. So the fact that I now have to walk him twice a day like a dog, even though he's a cat, makes a lot of sense. And that just hit me this second. No, not Winston Effie. Winston thinks I want to fight him if I do that. I'll give him little uh, taps on his butt, and then he'll attack me. And I do that if he is about to jump on Toulouse when she's not looking. But Toulouse actually wants to be. I can try to show you someday, but she's sleeping right now, so I'm not going to wake her up. But she likes to be spanked. I don't know. But Winston doesn't. Winston doesn't like to be spanked. I'm gonna look at. Wait. The Prince, says Ithrak. Goodreads doesn't want to. It's on my TBR. I don't know why, but it is. So I don't know. Maybe it's a wait. I can see that. Hold on. Is it a book club book? No, it's not. I apparently added the Prince at some point in my life. Ithrak. Why do you bring it up? Thank you, Rita. I know. It's yoga. I swear. Do yoga. It's not for the weak-minded. And if you are weak-minded, maybe you'll get stronger. Ah, it's itchy. Wait. Doc from Hannibal. That show is good. It's one of my favorite shows. It's a comfort show for me. I mean, if it's done well, sure. Yeah, I agree. Another good book is The Portrait of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Yes, I've read that several times, and it never gets old. It's one of the best books out there. I actually have a biography. It's not an autobiography. I have a biography of about Oscar Wilde on my physical TBR, and I hope to read that very soon. But I'm drowning. I'm drowning in books that I want to read. There's not enough time in the day. Nothing, 40. Nothing. It's all good. It's just sometimes girls have to say things to each other, and oh gosh. And I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna snitch. I won't. Right. Listen, I've had a blast today. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm so honored every time I see your pretty faces, even though I can't actually see them. I know you're all gorgeous. Just believe me. If you don't believe it yourself, I know it. You are beautiful. And yeah, I'm grateful that you're here. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll do some serious work. Okay? It's Monday, so I'm not gonna think about it yet. But we'll do focus, and we'll do a sprint, and we'll have some more chats. But this is it for today. I gotta go. I love you guys so much. Truly, don't forget. Okay? I'm sorry, Brandon. I'll be back tomorrow. Look at the schedule to see what that means for you. Don't forget to drink water. I didn't drink enough water, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna chuck it. Who said that? Who said that I had to chuck it? I'll try. Oh, good morning, Brandon. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for the follow, Guilty Wolf. Yeah, look at the schedule to see what it means for you. 10 a.m. It's almost summertime, so yeah, let's not think about that yet either. Be gentle, and if all you can do today is breathe, that's okay. All right? Sometimes I have the same. But right now, I'm going to cook dinner in my cast iron pans. Okay. Bye-bye.